Alright guys, as we can see here, it's actually just half of the game that I've uploaded. I was initially planning to stream this, but because, you know, we all live our lives and sometimes it just doesn't go to plan. I forgot that we actually started an hour earlier, so here we go. I decided to just record the whole thing and just do a commentary on top of it. But as you guys can see, we actually were winning majority of the game. And yes, we eventually won it, as you may tell from the title. But we can see that, let me see. Yeah, we've captured a lot of the buildings much earlier on. We are in a better position as opposed to the competition that we have. So you can see that yeah, I guess we're winning by a lot. But with that said, this is actually the first time that we've tried a slightly different, more strategy, slightly different, more structure. You'll probably see here later that it doesn't go to plan, especially in the beginning. But anyway, as we can see here, we're doing okay. Yeah, so we are down one major rally leader at this point of time, so we can see that the bottom left was compromised, but that's okay, because especially in RRL, you can't really win all of the buildings. I mean, from experience anyway, it's almost impossible unless you're facing a really crappy team. And if that's the case, then good on you. And yeah, so like I said, I recorded this from my phone, so you can actually see some of the Discord notifications that I get here and there. But you can ignore that, that's okay. Alright, so this is already in the second part of the game where we've captured majority of the buildings. Yes, and it seems like the other team actually has started attacking us. And it's as a result of that, I've asked them to go to the safe zone, but I highly doubt that they followed us anyway, or followed me anyway. As you can see, my name's actually dropped some $signs, or dropped some money. It's actually where it's from, so for any Blackpink Lisa fans out there, this is to support Lisa as she released her new single. And I mean, come on, if you haven't watched the video, have a look at it. Free advertising, guys, free advertising. Alright, so I mean, I wasn't really paying attention this entire game because, like I said, my schedule was a bit off and I thought I was meant to start an hour earlier. I was actually watching Squid Game during this time, and I wasn't really concentrating. But from what I saw, it seemed like there was one guy who the other team depended on, and of course that didn't really end well, because you can't depend on one rally leader the entire game. And that's also one of the reasons why we've captured majority of the buildings that we wanted to capture. Yeah, and that was annoying me a bit because I can see people not speeding up to the rallies. So yeah. Nothing much happening here. Not that I can see anyway. Yeah. Seems like someone's trying to attack me, but I think I was able to defend this one off. But I think throughout the game, from what I remember, the munitions was always been a back and forth. I think more towards our favor though. The central reservoir as well might have been back and forth, but I'm 100% sure that we took over majority of the time. But yeah, so I used to be in charge of the abandoned helipad at this point of time actually, but I actually got moved to this one here, as you guys can see. I kept checking if my troops are there, so But yes, I mean, in any reservoir raid game, I would always ensure that there is some structure coming into it. I was a bit worried because I actually stepped down from being the organizer for RR or RRL because I've just been busy with my real life, work life. So, but I think Tor, who's our strategist anyway, managed to at least showcase who are the team leaders and who are in the teams. So I think that really helped out. So good job to him. And as you can see, he's the guy in the central reservoir, so that always helps, I think. But yeah, that's awesome. And what else? Yeah, so we used to have 4 teams, now we have 3. But it's not as complex as it seems. It's just, it makes it easier for us to fill rallies, because before we had strictly 8 people, 9 people in a team, which was very difficult. Now we have at least 10 people in the team, so it doesn't really matter if 3 people can't join the rally, because you technically just need 3 or 8 people, to fill a rally. So yeah, that's the story behind just us having 3 teams now. It's a bit difficult to explain like which area each team looks after, but there's probably no need for that anyway. I think every single alliance is different. You can't really rely on you can't really rely on the same structure for every single one, because we're all different. We have different numbers of rally leaders as well, so I think it's very hard to just determine that from the get-go or follow someone else's strategy. I think that it just doesn't work like that. Yeah, here's me just checking. Yeah, I think we wanted to continually attack this one here. But I think you can actually see me majority of this game. I'm just hovering in one area. That's because I'm probably like fixated on the screen watching Squid Game. We actually binged watched Squid Game in one sitting, so it was actually that good. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's, I think, trending in Twitter for the last 2 to 3 days. I'm a big Twitter user. I normally, catch up in news actually there, because I don't watch TV. Anyway, it's gathering time. Gathering is very important, as we guys can see from here. I think this is just me scrolling around, mindlessly scrolling actually, while I focus on the episode that I was watching. I think this was the last episode already. Central Reservoir. A lot of people burning. I just saw people burning there at the top. Also on the left side. My area has always been the calm area, as you guys can see. Actually, when this game started, everyone, or maybe at least 2 people, ported to my area. But thankfully we got the first occupation, which is great. It was just me and Great in the area. You can probably see another settlement close to me. We pretty much just soloed. There, you can see Great over there. But you can pretty much see how we just soloed it, and the other 2 members basically didn't have a chance, because I think I had slightly better stats. I actually maxed my research recently, which was good. Very good. This was me panicking because I was like, oh no. All my marches are being used, I can't even join. But at that point of time, I mean, you can see that we were way ahead of them. I wasn't even stressing out about this game, to be honest. Yeah. Just having a look. What was I expecting? Trying to join was trying to join rallies when I have all of my marches being used. I don't know what I was thinking. I had two options here, so I was either gonna join Dev or I was gonna join Great. I think I joined Great instead because Dev had more people in her rally, so ended up using, or yeah, joining Great instead. And I think I didn't have much rally time left, so I didn't really have a choice. And I didn't want to waste bio caps, to be honest. Yes, I'm bad. But I mean, you know, why waste bio caps when you're winning by this much? You're winning by almost 3 times, right? So there's really no point of wasting bios when you don't have to. I think I probably just wasted maybe 3 hours worth of healing because my patience was running low with the healing. You'll probably see it later anyway. I don't know what I was doing here. I was probably watching Squid Game again. But yeah, I'm just probably hovering to see where I can actually join in. And you can see that my marches are pretty much full anyway, so I couldn't really... See, I was really annoyed because I can see here that Great only had 2 people joining her. You can see me typing, guys, check your marches. Anyway, obviously I was half thinking. Ooh, I can see people burning on the bottom left there. And then this is just me trying to support the central reservoir. But yeah, we were just pretty lucky. I think Tor just overpowered most of the people, and we have at least 2 people here who are close to being maxed, or 3 people actually, including Tor, of course. We could have had 4, but the 4th member actually sat out, so I don't think he'll be joining us for any games for a while. But, you know, I think we are in a really good position because in the qualifiers, which is, you know, the first set of rounds for RR, I think this was the hardest match in terms of rating that we would have had. So we're pretty lucky right now, actually. So I think the next ones will be chill, and we can probably make use of those to perfect the art of joining rallies. I think it's just a bit hard because the teams are new, and everyone in the beta team, which is where I'm with now, you guys might be familiar with the terminologies that I use. We have Alpha, Beta, Charlie. We don't have Delta anymore. I used to be part of the Delta team, so I've rolled into Beta. So they probably forgot that they need to join my rally. And also I changed my name to, you know, drop some money. So, or drop some $sign, as you guys can see there. And see, you guys can see that I actually talked about, wow. I'm just looking at my my tweets. It's quite funny. But yeah, I was I don't know if you guys watched the Squid Game, but in one episode there's the marble game, and I think that just wrecked me so much. I think I cried. That was the only episode where I cried, actually, but I cried a lot. I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, but yeah, that was very difficult, I have to say. That was very difficult. Look at this guy just soloing my tower. I think he actually almost won against me, but if he just ended up soloing once more, I think he could have gotten the abandoned helipad. So, I mean, that's on him. See, look at that. It's barely any troops. I'm surprised he didn't solo it once more. That could have been his crowning glory or something. That would have been a very difficult time for me, at least. But anyway, clearly we were lucky here, so I obviously sped up and occupying once again. But yeah, I think we won this game, or we're leading by quite a lot, because obviously we had the structure to begin with. We don't use Discord during RR. I wish we did. I think it really helps. But Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I mean, the helipad's probably not the most important building, to be honest. I wasn't even meant to be the one doing this building, but I saw that Dev was on my building, I think, with her best troops, so I didn't see the need to have my main troops in this building here. I think at this point of time it still was me, but at the end I saw that... No, I think maybe before it was Dev. So I think this one actually is my second or third match. They just didn't bother attacking, which is pretty much their problem. Because, I mean, if you're losing, right, and if you don't want to lose by the amount of points that they have lost by, I would always suggest you just target weaker buildings, you know, so you can minimize the amount of shame. At least from my perspective, because the last RRL that we did in the last season, obviously that was the semi-finals, we faced probably the best team, arguably, in that season. Well, they did win the championship, so they were the best team. We lost by quite a lot, but we tried to get as many points as we can, especially in the second half of the game, so I think that really helped us out. Try not to be, you know, too shameful of the results and things like that. But they were really overpowering in many reasons. I mean, I think they were 4,000 points above us. I don't remember now, but I think it was you know, that significant that it was very difficult to win. Although there were times as well where we also were the underdogs and we were able to win. But yeah, I think this team, 81A, I think they're still around. I'm pretty sure they're still around. They definitely had both the strategy and the power, so obviously they were the clear winners of last season. Here's me again trying to join with 6 matches out already. Clearly I wasn't concentrating. I was only half playing here. I think I was just checking the stats. I didn't even see. Oh, someone trying to attack my gathering points, I guess. Not sure. I wasn't concentrating. I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm just probably scanning around, making sure things are fine. Yeah, you can see that the munitions factory keep coming back and forth. You know what really surprised me though? They didn't really do munitions, not munitions, central reservoir quite a lot. I mean, Tor is strong, right? Even if his stats are much better than most people in this game, they could have doubled it. And they would have taken munitions. But I guess it's fine, because even if they took munitions back, we could have taken it back easily as well. So maybe for them, it was... there's probably no point. But I did see them attack here and there, so... I don't know. I don't know what their strategy was. Probably was more of a YOLO, because I can see all of them here. What in the world? Clearly that's not the best strategy. Do not put everyone in one area, because other areas will have to compromise. Like, maybe have 10 people there, not like 15. I don't know how many they had there. But yeah, for that. We are on a roll, guys. Yeah, like I said, very happy. This is the hardest game that we're gonna have, at least in the qualifiers. I think there are still some issues where some people who are much smaller get burnt. So I think it's really important to I guess prepare for those scenarios moving forward, because I remembered in the last RRL last season we faced a guy who was, I think, 1.6 billion in power, and I remember that this guy actually zeroed a lot of people. So I think we need to sort of find out what plan B is, because at this point of time I think it's hard to coordinate, especially with these newer members, and it's really hard because, like I said, if we were all in Discord, it would have been very easy to communicate with people, but you know, not everyone speaks English, or not everyone's comfortable with English. But even then, like, just getting them on there is really hard, I think. But oh well, I mean, we've survived without having a Discord, so I think we'll be okay at least. So we can see, yeah, we're winning by almost 200,000 points, which is quite ridiculous if you ask me. At least they got, you know, the water treatment center on the bottom left. But I don't know. It's just me chilling. With Daryl and Maddie just going around in circles. But yeah, I don't know what I was gonna type there. I think I was just going to type to, you know, to fill these buildings, because I can see that these buildings aren't even full. Very frustrating. I'm not sure if we have enough people. I mean, we should, theoretically. I think it probably is the new members, you know, hard. It's hard for them to know that I'm the person that I need to join, because I'm, you know, new to the beta team. Also, my name kept, sorry, my English was bad there. My name kept changing over the last few days, so they probably cannot track. But yeah. I might go back to my old name. But I'll leave it for a while, because, like I said, supporting Lisa and Blackpink. I love them. I love their music. Really good workout music, if you ask me. But I mean, I think they're just a talented bunch, and you know, one of them's also Aussie, so gotta support them. And yeah. What is, oh yeah, this is the one where I actually used some speed ups. Yeah, 25 minutes there. And one other time I used 3 hours. But yeah, this was a fairly easy game. I wasn't really stressing out. I mean, there's really no need to completely be perfect, especially in your first RL game. I think our first RL game last season also was far from being perfect. And you just eventually get used to the same team that you have. And as a result of that, I think you just get better as the time goes. And yeah, I expect exactly the same thing here. Clearly my priorities is party time, guys. How many minutes left? 11 minutes. I think that's fine. Oh yeah, this is probably the time. Yeah, this is the time when No, not yet, not yet. Never mind. My dogs are being very interesting in the background, if you can hear them. You would think they're monstrously sized dogs, but they're actually quite small. Yeah, so we're just reclaiming some of the buildings back. I think very important to make sure that you don't get distracted. Always make sure that everyone's okay before we all start having a party. By party I mean burning time. Barbecue time. As you guys can see, I was 1 hour off my schedule. I did have an alarm, and I don't know if the alarm already went off, but I had an alarm to basically, tell myself to stop playing, set up the streaming items and stuff like that, but I just didn't have the time, unfortunately. And I was just really into Squid Game. I didn't want to stop. I was in a roll. I see. Munitions. When did I lead munitions? When is solo time? Yeah, everyone loves barbecue time. Yeah, we lost defense in the middle there, but I think we don't really care anymore at this point of time. Five minutes left. Yeah, we normally start barbecue time around 5 minutes left, but I think it's still safe to say always just start barbecue time when everyone else is okay, especially in your team. I think I waited till Dev, who's one of the rally leaders from my team, to actually say it's okay to start, so. And congrats to Nelson, he's our new R5. He's a good guy, very good guy. He's also a current governor. My battery is dead, as you guys can see, and I think I didn't even cancel it because I was concentrated on the TV as per usual. And ignore my wrong spellings, when it comes to phone. My phone, the one that I'm using here especially, is a very small one, so I wasn't really bothered to modify the spelling, so. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Here's my other alarm. I had to cancel it because I think the first time I canceled my alarm, it was not cancelled, but it was more postponing. So clearly, as you guys can see there, I ended up going through it again. Alright. How many minutes left? I can't see. I think it's almost 5 minutes left. Seemed like we took every single building except for the middle, which I think is also a good compromise. So this is a lesson for people who probably are not in the best situation. Like they probably had a lot of rally leaders, but not a very, very, very strong rally leader like we have in SBF. So if that is the case, what I would normally suggest is to get the 2 water treatment centers instead of the middle. Because with the middle, it'll be hard to win against someone who obviously is stronger than you. You'll probably need to do a lot of double rallies. But, as a compromise or replacement, I think it's sometimes better to just get the water treatment centers. I think we've had games before where someone was stronger than the strongest rally leader that we actually resorted to the water treatment centers and we still won. So, I mean, ultimately, it's a, maths-based game, so it's all about points. So I think 2 water treatment centers is better than just having is better than having sensor, I think. I'm not sure. I'm actually not 100% sure anymore. And party time. This was me being very dumb. Not reconning or anything, just attacking. And I think I lost like all my attacks here. But at this point of time, I didn't really care. Because ultimately, oh yeah, this is the time when I spent, I think 3 hours worth of healing. Yeah, you guys can see here. So ultimately, you know, we were already in a winning position, so even if I lose, which I realized here pretty late, it was fine. I wasn't really fussed or anything. So I started attacking them by just my main troops, which actually was working because we were losing the same amount of troops. And I think I had more troops than the other person anyway. But I think I got really lazy and just started attacking them, you know, single-handedly anyway, so yeah, that was a bad idea. And I saw Meow attacking the same target, so I was like, yeah, let's attack it with all my troops. Obviously not a good idea from my end. Obviously lost a lot. So, but that's fine, because, I mean, I have, what, 4 million troops? But yeah, it was dumb. So I think what I did was I just started attacking it by using my main march, which worked. I mean, you can see it in the report, so let's have a look. See, I was just being lazy. I shouldn't have done that. I knew I shouldn't have done that, but, you know, winning. I wanted to stack my points because I'm selfish like that. No, I'm kidding. No, honestly, I just wanted to remove his troops. I clearly wasn't doing it in the most efficient manner, but I knew that in the get-go. But I think I was just busy watching the last episode of Squid Game. So yeah, as you guys can see at the end, I was just attacking it one by one. Yeah, and you can see I was checking, you know, how much he was losing and things like that. So you were losing almost the same amount. So for me, that was a good bet. Or a good trade-off. Obviously, I didn't have enough time at the end. More Discord messages. But yeah, I was checking. He was finally losing more than me. I just didn't have enough time to actually burn him, unfortunately. Yeah, so that was sad. I think I could have burnt him. But that's okay. I still was losing a lot more, I think, compared to him, as you guys can see there. Obviously being P7 and all. But yeah, my stats are obviously much better. Not the perfect stats, but you can thank Migo for my boost in stats. I never planned to spend as much money as I did, but you know, c'est la vie. You have one life, might as well do it right. I'm kidding. You have one sus life, you might as well do it do it right. So, yeah, checking my rank, number 5, I'm okay with that. I think I'm not even the 5th strongest, so I'm happy with that result. Anyway, this is just me trying to get as much as I can. Because why not? Why not? Yeah, at the end we just lost most of the buildings. But it's honestly the least of our worries there. Oh, I didn't realize I was actually losing more at the end there. But anyway, this was just me being lazy. I didn't want to use my Relcade as well. I'm not sure if it's for free. I can see that there's a timer. I may be blind because I'm quite far away from the preview of the game. But yeah, here we go. First game, RRL, we won. That was a very easy game, and I can't wait because I think the rest of the games are quite easy as well. This guy, like I said, they depended on one guy, and that's why we won. But yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. I will stream the next game. I'm so sorry about that again. Bye.